What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here. Now on this channel we've covered many different AI coding tools as well as different LLMs, and new LLMs, more advanced LLMs, more capable LLMs have been coming out. We've seen open source ones, we've seen closed source ones, and recently, of course, we've been seeing OpenAI's 12 days of OpenAI, where they've been releasing a new feature each and every day. And they also just released basically their feature where you can actually take your phone, you can talk to OpenAI, and you can actually share your screen on your camera and it will see your face, and you can ask you questions about where you are, what you're doing, how many fingers you're holding up, whatever the case may be. And just when OpenAI releases this, Google's new model, Gemini Flash 2.0, releases with real-time capabilities, as well as a bunch of other really cool features. We're going to dive into it, show you exactly what some of these new features are, how to use them, and how amazing this actually is. I'm extremely excited for the future with AI, guys. It's getting crazy out here, finishing off 2024 and 2025. Let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so everything I talk about in today's video will be linked down below. Here is the Gemini 2.0 introduction blog post right here, our new AI model for the agentic era. And I'm not going to read through all of this blog post here, and I'm not going to go over every single nitty-gritty feature with Gemini's new release, because there are a lot of cool features, guys. The main one we're going to be focusing on in today's video, which is the real-time feature, okay? But as you can see, Gemini Flash 2.0 right here, experimental. If we're looking at the benchmarks right here, we can see comparative to 1.502 Flash and then 1.5 Pro. It is pretty much beating it in every single metric. So a huge improvement. You know, Gemini Flash has been known for basically being almost essentially free, or, you know, even free to some extent in the API and whatnot. It's super cheap, super affordable, and pretty high quality. So obviously right now we're in the AI race. All the biggest companies in the world are putting all their money behind AI, and we're seeing open source models come out, closed source models come out, OpenAI, Claude, Anthropic, whatever. And I've always said, don't count Google out of the race. I know they had a few fumbles early on with some of their image stuff and image models and this and that. But at the end of the day, guys, this is the company that owns the biggest search engine in the world, Google. And they also own all the different Google suites. So, you know, all the email app you use, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Docs, all that good stuff, right? So much data, as well as you're already deeply integrated into Google. So yeah, definitely don't count Google out. Plus, at the end of the day, they've been at the start of AI development with Google DeepMind, and initially they were pretty much ahead of the game, and then they just decided not to kind of release anything to the public. And then OpenAI, of course, was the one that took the lead. But yeah, they definitely are not someone to count out. But anyways, just to quickly show you or mention some use cases before we dive in: agents in games and other domains. So
hey, listen, I'm about to start a game, and I want to make sure I complete the weekly quests. Can you see them?
Yes, I can see them. Looks like you need to pick up 300 gems and dust 10 boss monsters. You've already got a head start on the 300 gems.
Cool. I'll ask you to remind me about it during the game, because I keep forgetting about it.
Absolutely. I'll keep an eye out and remind you about the quests.
Hey, so I'm planning to go on an attack, but first I need to train an army. So maybe you could recommend troop composition for my army.
Based on your available troops and their quantity in the top left of the screen, we should train a mix of giants, barbarians, archers, and wizards. The focus should be on using giants to absorb damage, while wizards can take out high damage defenses, and barbarians and archers can deal with the weaker buildings.
All right, that sounds good.
Hey, I'm about to pick a character. Can you do a quick search on Reddit? What is the meta? As in, like, what are the best characters?
You can set the price and amount you want to sell, then wait for buyers.
Okay, so a few examples of using it for games, which obviously can be useful if you're into playing games. Now, here's a couple examples on Twitter. So We have that gaming example we just went over, live coding tutor by sharing screen and talking through it right here. So
the audience here
as
right
you
now.
can see,
So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to have it walk me through as if it's a code tutor here. I'm going to listen to me. Okay, there we go. Go. Set.
Absolutely. You can open up your terminal in versus code and type python main.py to run your Python script.
Okay, so do you see that result?
Yes, I can see the result. Your program printed the random number 83. You are now generating a random
How could I make
number.
that print as green?
That's a great idea. To print the number in green, you can use AND's I escape codes.
okay, so you get the point there. Help with cocktail recipe with liquor stash, AI assistant to help you use tools, virtual real-time piano teacher, help with recipe by just showing your refrigerator. That's kind of cool. AI research assistant by screen sharing and talking to it. So right now, they currently don't have like the phone app, I believe, just like how OpenAI has it. But you can just go to AI Studio on your phone and share, put the camera on. So you can share your actual screen, like your desktop screen, and you can also use your camera. Obviously, since I'm using the camera right now on the webcam, we won't be able to showcase that feature, but I was using it earlier. I could like wave to it. It's gonna work the exact same way. AI research agent by sharing screen and talking to it. AI visual assistant. This is great for, blind people or disabled people in some sort of way. Speak with an incredibly strong Texas accent like John Wayne. AI book reading buddy. Okay, so a bunch of different examples there. Here's one right here using Gemini 2.0 Realtime that this guy helped him edit a video in Adobe Premiere Pro using the screen recording feature right here. Here this person said they're absolutely mind blown. They recorded a screen capture of a task looking for an apartment on Zillow. Gemini was able to generate Selenium code to replicate that task and described everything I did step by step. This is actually really crazy. It even caught that my threshold was set to 3K, even though I didn't explicitly set it. This code will open a Chrome browser, navigate to Zillow, enter all the etc. So you can see there it explaining it, but that's really a really cool use case. All right, so we've been advancing so quickly. I've been using some tests with this. Of course, we saw Claude computer use not too long ago, a couple months ago, and now we're seeing this, which we did see previewed by OpenAI a while ago, but they just now are releasing it. But this right here, imagine coupling this with computer use. You essentially wouldn't have to use your mouse or your computer keypad right here. I'm wearing this right now, a wrist brace, because I'm on the computer so much and my wrist gets sore. So using a mouse pad is actually very inefficient, I find. Like it's I don't think humans are going to have to do that with computers. The way we're going to interact with a computer is the AI agent is going to be using it, I believe, and then the human is going to oversee it. That's the where we're headed to in the short term, I believe. In the long term, the AI agent will just be going on its own, doing a certain task and whatnot. There'll be a little bit less human interaction, most likely. But yeah, that's my thoughts right there, just, with surrounding these type of, innovations that we're seeing. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. But before we dive into turning on the real time right here, there's a few options on the right hand side. I really like the Google AI Studio. It's pretty cool. You can change your model right here, which is just Gemini 2.0 Flash. You can change the output, so you can do audio or you can do text. We're going to keep it audio for now, but you can also do text, and this is good too in certain ways. I'll show you that in a second. Voice, so you got Puck, Tyrone, and these other ones right here. So you can choose whatever voice. You got tools here, so this is actually very useful as well. So you can do code execution, you can enable this, you can do function calling right here. So if I enable function calling, you'll see we have a code editor right here. Enter a list of function declaratives for the model to call upon. See the API documentation for examples. And then visual editor, add function declaration right here, add a parameter, description, or you can go here and you can actually just do try an example right here. So you'll see this one is called get weather, description gets the weather for a requested city, and you can just do like that, save, and then automatic function response. and grounding, search results, and provide links to relevant sources. So this is obviously using Google search, which is actually really useful. Now let's go ahead and start using real time. So over here we have, we can start recording with voice or select video source. So I'm going to select video source and I'm going to do screen because like we can't use my camera because I'm using it right now. I'm going to select the screen right here and then click allow.
Okay, it sounds like you're setting up screen sharing and need to allow access.
Yeah, I actually just did that. Where am I right now on my computer?
You appear to be on a Google AI Studio page, specifically the Stream Real-Time section.
That's correct. I'm actually doing a YouTube video right now on the Google AI Studio Real-Time feature that you guys just launched. Can you briefly explain it and how I should use it and showcase it? Give me some ideas.
Sure, the Stream Real-Time feature in Google AI Studio allows you to interact with an AI model in real time using audio or video input, so you can have a conversation, or give commands to the model and receive immediate responses. You can select a model, output format, voice, and choose if you want to use code execution and grounding features. To show how to use it, you can start a new stream by clicking on the button with a plus sign next to Stream Real-Time. Then speak to the model and see its response.
Okay, what am I doing right now?
Right now, it looks like you are sharing your entire screen, and your shared screen is a blank dark page.
Can you see what app am I in right now?
Currently, you're in a code editor, specifically Visual Studio Code, and you have a window open prompting, "Are you sure you want to delete the following 16 files?" And you're also on a Google AI Studio window.
Okay, I actually just deleted those files, and I'm actually in Cursor, not Visual Studio Code, but very similar. I want you to teach me how to write some Python code. Can you teach me? I'm like a complete beginner. Can you walk me through step by step? Just give me some basic concepts. Tell me exactly what to write out and explain the code to me step by step as you watch my screen and teach me.
Okay, I can do that. First, create a new file named test.py by clicking on New File in the left panel. Now in the file, type !print hello world, and this is how we can print text in Python. That's great, you've typed in !print hello world, in the test.py file. The autocomplete is a helpful feature of the code editor. Now let's run the code to see it in action.
How do I run it?
To run the code, click on the terminal tab at the bottom of the screen. Then type python test.py and press enter.
Okay, it ran.
Great, you can see that the output in the terminal says, "Hello world." This is how you run Python code.
Okay, teach me something a little bit more like beginner, intermediate friendly, just something a little bit more useful and not advanced, but useful.
Okay, let's learn about variables. A variable is like a container that stores a value. In the file test.py, delete the existing line and type the following: name equals Alice, print hello plus name, This code creates a variable named name and assigns it the value Alice. Then it prints hello Alice. Yes, that is correct. Now go to the terminal and run the code again by typing python test.py and pressing enter. You should see hello Alice printed in the terminal.
Okay, give me something more advanced.
Okay, let's try using a loop. Delete the current code in test.py and type the following code: for in range 5. Print I. This code uses a for loop to print numbers from 0 to 4. Note that the second line is indented with 4 spaces. Indentation is important in Python as it determines which lines of code belong to the loop. Now run the code to see what it does.
Hey, what do I type in again?
Oops, I see a mistake on my previous instructions. The correct code should be Python for I in range.
Okay, well, can you stop saying backquote?
Sure, I will refrain from saying from now on. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, tell me the code.
Okay, please type the following code into your test. py file. Python for I in range 5. Print I. Okay, I understand. I will avoid saying from now on. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Well, tell me the code without saying backquote.
Okay, please type the following code into your test. py file. For I in range 5. Print I. Remember that the second line has 4 spaces of indentation in the beginning.
Okay, so I don't know why I couldn't get it to stop saying that. That was kind of annoying for me, but yeah, it's annoying when, you know, you tell the model one thing and then it just does it the same thing. It won't listen or whatever the case may be. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's go ahead and just actually try. I don't want to spend too much time. I want to just showcase a few different things, and you know, you guys can explore it yourself. But all right, so now I'm going to showcase it using Adobe Premiere Pro. This could be used with Photoshop. This could be used with really anything in regards to editing, like CapCut. But let's go ahead and share screen right here, and go here and select screen 1. Click allow. Hey, how's it going?
Okay. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How about you?
Good. What am I doing? What does it look like I'm doing right now?
It looks like you are using Adobe Premiere Pro. You have a video project open and are currently in the editing view.
Okay, I'm trying to, do some cool, like, edits here. Like, teach me something as if I'm a beginner editor. Like, teach me maybe some transitions or effects or how to apply them, or do some, like, remove background noise or stuff, something like that. Teach me a few different things, step by step, walk me through it as I'm a beginner, and tell me exactly where to click.
Sure, I can help you with that. You're looking to learn some basic video editing techniques in Premiere Pro. You'd like to know about transitions, effects, removing background noise, and how to apply these. You would also like a step-by-step guide, and specifically to know where to click. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with adding a transition. First, you'll need to make sure you have 2 clips next to each other on your timeline. Then click on the Effects tab. Is that something you see in the program you are using?
Where's the Effects tab?
Okay, I see the problem. It looks like you are in the Info tab. On the top left panel, you will see tabs named Info, Effects, Markers, and History. Please click on Effects. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I see it. I clicked it.
Great. Now that you are in the Effects tab, you will see several folders. There should be one that is named Video Transitions. Click that. Do you see it?
Yeah, video transitions, okay.
Good. Now expand that folder, and you will see different categories of transitions. Select one, such as Dissolve, and drag it onto your timeline between 2 video clips. Does that work?
Dissolve, okay, it's a folder though.
Ah, yes. My mistake. Expand the Dissolve folder and then drag Cross Dissolve between 2 clips on your timeline.
Do I drag it on the left or the right of the clip?
You want to drag it between the 2 clips so it overlaps both of them. Does that make sense?
It's not overlapping.
Okay, I see what's happening.
Okay,
It
I
looks
see
like
it.
you're
Never
dragging-
mind. I got it to overlap.
Awesome. Are you seeing the transition now in your video?
Let's see.
Okay, next let's move on to adding an effect. Go back to the Effects panel. Do you know how to get there?
Okay, I got the transition to work right now. What's next?
Great. Now, let's add an effect. Go back to the Effects panel, and this time look for Video Effects. Do you see that folder?
Yeah, I was already in it.
Okay, perfect. Expand that folder, and you'll see a wide variety of effects. Pick one such as Blur and Sharpen, then choose Gaussian Blur and drag it onto the clip you want to modify on your timeline.
I don't
Did it
see
work?
blur. Look at my screen. I don't see blur or sharpen.
Okay, it looks like the effect has been applied, but it's not visible yet.
No, that's cross dissolve. That's cross dissolve. I don't have blur. Like, where are you seeing that?
You are right. My mistake. I apologize. You need to go back to the Effects panel, and this time, expand the Blur and Sharpen folder, and then drag Gaussian Blur onto your clip on the top.
Where is that?
I'm sorry again, I keep making mistakes. You need to first expand the Video Effects folder, then expand the Blur and Sharpen folder.
There is no blur and sharpen folder.
You are absolutely right again, I apologize. Inside the Video Effects folder, you will need to find Blur and Sharpen as its own folder. It is not within another folder, as I previously said. Can you locate Blur and Sharpen now?
Okay, I found blur and sharpen.
Great, now expand Blur and Sharpen and then drag Gaussian Blur onto your clip. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Great, now you know how to add effects and transitions. Do you want to learn how to remove background noise now?
Okay, what's the Gaussian blur do though? How do I like change things for it?
Good question. After adding an effect, you should see the Effect Controls tab next to the Info tab. Click on that and you will see options to adjust the effect. For Gaussian blur, you should be able to adjust the amount of blur. Do you see it?
The info is down here. Effects control is up here. Is that correct?
Yes, you're absolutely right. The Effect Controls tab is indeed located at the top of the window next to the Info tab.
Okay, now
My
what?
apologies. Now that you are in the Effect Controls tab, you should see settings for the Gaussian blur effect you added. One of the options is blurriness. By adjusting the numerical value next to blurriness, you can change how much blur is applied to your clip. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, now it's getting blurry.
Okay, great. So now you know how to add transitions and effects and how to modify those effects. Are you ready to learn how to reduce background noise?
Okay, so pretty good stuff there. It's not perfect, obviously. Like it's not as the model itself. It seems it'll maybe like hallucinates a bit more than something maybe like GPT 4.0 or Claude Sonnet 3.5. But the concept of it, the stream real time is such a really cool concept, and it works. And it still does work. Like you can get some really good value from this, especially just when you're doing things. And if you already have a bit of understanding to it, and you kind of can just fill in the gaps and use it as a helper for certain things, like say, like I already know a decent amount of editing. If I need a specific thing, like, okay, well, let me do this with the audio or do that, I think it's really useful. Now, obviously, it does take a bit of time going through each and everything back and forth to actually get some real good quality use cases out of it. So I would definitely recommend you guys go out and try it on your own. But I think this is a huge step for AI innovation. And I think we're going to, like I said before, see more innovation aligned with this, aligned with, cloud computer use, AI being able to control your computer, you being able to just oversee it or talk to it. And I think that's, going to be aligned with AI agents in the future that we're going to see in 2025 coming soon. This is going to be a huge year for AI agents, guys. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm definitely going to be doing more videos on Gemini 2.0 Flash. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about this model, as well as this stream real-time feature. There are still a lot of other features that I didn't get to go over in today's video, because Google did a pretty big release. So definitely stay tuned. I'll do more videos on it coming soon. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you're new to the channel, we upload videos all the time on marketing, sales, AI agents, automation. So if you like that type of content, you got some value here, make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with the uploads. Also, too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free Facebook group, Stride Community, and our free Discord channel, I'll leave a link down below. You can check that out. And then also, too, guys, if you haven't already checked out our Stride AI Academy, this is a new academy that we're launching right now. I've been actually spending the whole week getting it prepared. The last couple weeks, actually, it's filming new content. There's going to be course content right here, guys. I'm getting prepared for you. There's going to be a lot of engagement in the community, as well as just so much value packed in here. You're going to be able to network with myself as well as other like-minded individuals, guys. So definitely check that out right now. I will be launching the content coming soon and being very active in this community with a bunch of free resources and all this stuff. So I already have a lot of it all planned. I have like documents and training, and I've been recording. So stay tuned. I will be rolling that out fairly soon. And then also, too, guys, if you run a business and you need help with marketing, sales, AI agents, implementing AI appointment setters, AI call center into your business, then book a call down below at executivestride.com/apply, and you can speak to myself and my team and see if it's a potential fit or not. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Let me know what your thoughts are about Google's real time in the comments down below, guys. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.